And hello everyone, welcome to Diane Writes. Let me know how the music volume is balanced. It sounds like it's probably pretty loud to me. I think I will turn it down just a teeny bit more. Hello everybody. Hi Daz. I like that pirate chick. That's cool. For some reason, when I first saw it, I was too tired to actually, figure out the 8-bit, because, sorry, my hair is a mess. I was just outside looking for my cat who disappeared last night again. Asshole. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Stretch. Eli is here. Edith is here. Happy is here. I must write. I have done very little today. Dianica is here. I sympathize. Is it still pretty loud? Ink Flame Writer's here. Eli says, what do we do if an ASC stream, as determined from the calendar on World Anvil, and they don't have the reporting things in their channel points? DM Stretch had an answer. There's usually a reporting lobby up at the same time, so watch one stream and pop over to the other one just to report your words. Yeah, that's why we have, we're trying to do 24-hour coverage of just the Game of Tones streams. The World Anvil streams are not necessarily Game of Tones streams, even though the ASC is the organizing group for this event, because a lot of our World Anvil streamers are not writers per se. They don't do prose, they do world building, RPG creation, stuff like that. So there is the schedule as it currently is with all the various reporting streams. Not all of them will look like writing streams. Like if you've come into our Monday night game or Aaron's Ask an Old GM, then you know that they're not really designed to be writing streams, but we have the point checking available so you can put us on mute and, or listen if you want and turn in your Game of Tones word counts, because we want to make sure that there's always somewhere to report. I didn't realize that that was going to be a thing this year. I thought we were going to be much smaller than we are. So I had to kind of organize this hastily. But I promise you next year it will be much better organized and there'll be a much prettier calendar with like colors so you can see, and blocks. Right, so you can see where things are. We got raided over to an unreporting stream and ended up swapping to another, says Dianica. Yeah, fair enough. Not everybody's going to raid the reporting streams per se. Like if there's something else on and there's a reporting lobby, when I end my stream, I will probably raid the one that isn't a reporting lobby, just because I also want to support my other Anvilite streamer core members, right? So, yeah. The one we were talking about did not have the reporting things and the points. Yeah. Hefe, maybe? Yeah, Hefe didn't have his stuff set up, so. This year was a practice run, says Masadi's. Yeah, this year was the alpha test, so it's buggy. I'm sorry for the bugs. We're working on it. There will be a feedback form when we're all done so that you can give us suggestions and tell us about things you liked and didn't like and, give us ideas about how to make it work better for next year. So this is why I love having 2 screens, says DM Stretch. You know what I do is I put one here often and then I put one over on my laptop. So, yeah. Danica says, nah, another person, it's all good. Just good to know it wasn't unexpected, if that makes sense. Yeah, fair enough. A bunch of us are trying to keep the rotation going for the Game of Tomes, but some people won't be. Some people are going to, try to support other streamers as well. We've had a bunch of follows since I last broadcast. I think a lot of them probably came from the... I did the official NaNoWriMo write-in on YouTube this morning about 2 hours ago, and it was the first time I'd done one of those. It was lots of fun. I had a great time, and I saw lots of you there. DM Stretch was there to support me, and Barbarossa was there, and Moonflower was there, so thank you guys for coming to support me. It was really good. I was actually pretty nervous because I'd never done one for, official Nano before. Askild11 says, hi, I came from the Nano stream. Well, welcome. We're glad to have you. Yes, this is great. Let's see. Since I last broadcast, we had Twinkle Toes the Berserker, Joasara, Imaginos. Cool. I remember talking to Imaginos. Pika Brochette, Real Gameatorium. I like that handle. That's cool. The Caitlin 1 and Askill11. So thank you all for the follows and welcome to the channel. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. We're a pretty friendly lot. So, yeah, it's a fun community of writers and world builders. And yeah, it's cool. There's a lot of good people here in the chat. They're a bunch of good beans and they'll be happy to help you out. Okay, since we do have a few people who came over here from the NaNoWriMo stream, what I'm doing here is I am running word sprints for NaNoWriMo and the Game of Tomes. Now, I mentioned it briefly on the broadcast, but Game of Tomes is kind of like the Nano House Cup that is organized by Elena May every year on Twitter, on the Nano Word Sprints Twitter account. And basically how it works is that you pick a house to represent and you redeem channel point rewards to redeem your word count, and then it will count towards that house if you would like to play. Right? So you don't have to play. You're welcome to write along with us and just do Nano while we're doing things. We're about halfway through the competition, obviously. There's an elimination every 5 days. How that works is that the house with the lowest word count, cumulative, is eliminated. 1/3 are drafted into the Undead Horde. The Undead Horde. That way. You get the idea. Right? And then they have to represent the Undead Horde for the remainder of the competition. The other half are able to pick a new house to represent. Like Dazzler Corpse there, who is drafted among the undead. So, watch out for her. So it's fun. Anyway, here are the houses that remain. There are 4. And you can pick them based on their symbols or on, maybe you're familiar with the streamers who are kind of leading those houses. Or maybe you like their kind of what they're about. So House Avis is represented by birds. It is led by Chrysalia, who, if you'll remember from the Nano chat, is the one who has done like 2 nanos and is working on her 3rd right now. There is House Lapin, which is mine, because I talk a lot. And there is House Brain. I know there's a brain. Just a second. Corruptor was eliminated. Millie's was eliminated. Apis was eliminated. Mollusca. Yes, there's Mollusca. Wasn't there a 4th house left? No, it's not Mollusca that I was having trouble remembering, Dianica. I'm sorry, my cats are trashing the place. So, I'll have to go get them. But no, it wasn't Molluska I was having trouble remembering. I'm like, wasn't there another one in between? But I guess not, right? It's down to us 3 and the Undead Horde. So, that's right. And this is what the Undead Horde are all about if you end up getting recruited. There we go. So, now how you redeem your word count is that you'll see underneath the chat box. Coffee Quills is pretty awesome. Edith is pretty awesome. She's a loyal house regular for Molluska. Yeah, so they're cool. So there's lots of cool people. So, and it's an encouragement thing, but you know, sort of a competition, but mostly it's about teamwork, right? Oh, and I'm yapping. Ink Flame Writer's writing 309 for House Molluska. Good job. So what you do if you want to redeem your word count, like Ink Flame Writer just did, is you go to below the chat box. You'll see, in my case, a treasure chest. This is where the channel point rewards are. They'll be in the same place in every participating streamer's stream. They'll look different, right? Mine is a treasure chest. Chrysalias or penguins, etc. Right? You click on that, and you'll see a bunch of rewards and challenges thing come up. Right in the beginning, you will usually see the house word counts. Pick the house with the appropriate name and emote. And then in the chat, just like as if you were doing a highlighted message, type in your word count. And that's it. And at the end of it, we tally everything with the channel point rewards. We do an elimination stream every 5 days. The next one is on Friday, I think. Yes. Friday evening, 10 p.m. Pacific time. I believe that's 6 a.m. GMT. And we will tell you which house has fallen, and then their channel point reward option will be removed. The survivors will have to pick a new house, and we'll draft a bunch of people into the undead. The elimination streams have turned out to be a lot of fun. So, yes, there are minor houses too. Oh, I'm glad everyone's having such a good time. Lots of good... I thought we were all cuttlefish. Are you telling me that we aren't, Dianica? Molluska, any related, so cuttlefish are in that group. You could be a cuttlefish. That's fine. They're cute, aren't they? Cuttlefish? I mean, it's cuttlefish, but I think of them... I mean, they're cuddly, so cuttlefish works too. Yep. Octopi, squids. 1 a.m. EST. Yes, I know. It's a terrible time for everybody. I understand that. The reason why we do it then is because we try to do it as quickly after the cutoff point as we possibly can. And the cutoff point happens at midnight GMT, right? So midnight GMT is 4 p.m. Pacific. That's when you have, that's where the cutoff point is to turn in your word counts for one elimination period. And then you, your word counts after that count towards the next one. Right, so, yeah. Join Minor House Varangia and get a free axe. House Varangia is led by DM Stretch. They are currently in service to my house, the Lapins. So, wait, when is the next elimination? I still have some counts I need to turn in. Don't worry, Masadi's not till Friday. Friday the 20th at 4 p.m. Pacific is the next cutoff. So, yeah, no worries, no worries. No panic. It's okay. Right? It may take me a while to add this one up because Darth Nicholas is kind of out of commission right now, and therefore I am delegating my hubby to try to add up the spreadsheets. So we'll see how well that works. Anyway, Dazzlecat shambles over to Edith with arms out for a zombie hug and to drool over brains. Edith, alas, I still don't have a brain. Okay, so we're 20 minutes into this. What do you guys figure? Shall we get started on the sprints? You know what? I'm actually having a pretty good day as far as word count goes, and I'd be happy to keep writing. So, let's do it. And, on the Twitch channel here, I have the benefit of a timer that actually appears on the screen, which is fun. And it makes noise. It cheers when you're done. And just before we start, it cycles through a 15-minute sprint period and a 5-minute break period. At, 15 seconds before the break period ends, it growls at you like a dragon. Okay? So you've been warned. As a cuttlefish, I have no central part of the nervous system. $19.99 so far today, says Inkflame Writer. Good job. Pika Brochette says, seems funny even if I don't get all of it. I'll put the webpage link in the chat so that you can check it out if you would like. That is it's a long webpage, but it explains it. So most of it's rules clarifications, because people ask me, well, what about this? And what if I want to do that? What if I want to do this other thing? So, all right, let's get the sprints going. Feel free to mute the volume. If it's bothering you, that's fine. I'll see you in 15 minutes. Well, hello, Ash. This is Ash. He's kitty tax because he chose to jump up on the desk. Please don't walk on my keyboard. Little shit. You're silly. You're silly boy. Now I have a cat tail in my face. You gotta get off there. You go that way, please. Dum-dum. There's a window ledge behind my computer screen, and he likes to watch out it. Your timing is terrible. I'm trying to do a word sprint. Ash is recently not a stray, so sometimes you just gotta give him loves when he asks for it. Yes. And that way him knows that love is always allowed. Yes. I'd listen to that purr. Good boy. Good boy. I'm not gonna get a lot of writing done this way, no. Baby. Probably can just see his ears here. Yeah. Okay, that's a much better place for you. Yes. Can I type now? Are you trying to tell me you want out? I bet that's what you're saying, huh? All right, let's move the camera back and get back to work, okay? Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. Are you trying to play with my pin? Yes, you are. Silly bum. This is not a good time for play, little man. No. Would you like to go out? Is that what you want? Okay, good. Down you go. Go in. Shoot. Okay, well, I'm ignoring you. Alright, and that's the sprint. I did not get a lot done, obviously. I had cats. I broke out in a plague of cats. 125 for me this time. How'd everyone else do? Just double checking to make sure I entered my last word count from... Did I not? I didn't. Well, I guess I better do that before I start... Provided it ever loads, of course. No, I did not. Okay, here we go. So I had 420 total from earlier. So at home on my PC. And we started at, 11? And we finished at noon? It's pretty good for an hour for me. Oh no, AM. Now it's PM. Okay, there we go. Alright. So I'll definitely crack 40k today. So anyway, now that I've done that, I can add my total into my calculator and clear this off, which was 125. Okay. Alright, now I'll check out how other people did. Oh, Edith got the same amount before we started, 1999 words today. Good job, guys. Pirate Chick says, I might end up dropping off at some point. The weather seems to be interfering with my internet. There has been problems with people's internet. I don't understand it. We started having problems with Aaron's stream last night. I don't know what we're doing differently than we did. Maybe he didn't reboot. Maybe we forgot to reboot the router. I don't know. And then it was just a crap show, like all night, right? Every stream we went to was a pain. I don't know what's going on. Shit show. All right. Eli says, I just checked my nano words for today. I've gotten a lot more than I expected, though I did kind of write a bit in Kahuna's stream. I did pretty well in Kahuna's stream for a change, too. Kahuna's stream. Normally I get distracted by, the chit-chat, right? But today I was actually focused and I got it done, so. Edith says he's trying to help you type. Yes, referring to my kitty. Barbarossa says, Sable, I made 50 followers. Congratulations. Barbarossa Sparklebeard also has a Twitch channel. That would be twitch.tv/Barbarossa_Sparklebeard, right? And he does world building content, so you might want to check him out. That's awesome. I'm glad you finally achieved it. That's great. It seemed like it was snowballing slowly for a while, but I'm glad you did it. Inkflame Rider says, oh my goodness, I had to make a clip of my stream this morning because my cat walked right up and sat in front of my camera. Awesome. Okay, Eli will be back in a bit. Pika says, I was lapping way before I met this game of Tome, aka tonight. Well, welcome to the Warren. We're glad to have you. It'll be fun. Ew, everyone is going to outcount Sable this sprint. Yep, that's legit. You probably did. 288 for Mollusca from Edith. Excellent. What is this RPG app? RPG role-playing game, and it refers to things like Dungeons and Dragons and, Pathfinder and stuff like that people play as tabletop role-playing games. So, Dianica says, laughing my ass off, my hubby wants to know if you use little hammers to type with. Am I that loud? It's a pretty loud little keyboard, isn't it? You may need to turn my volume down. I'm sorry, it's bugging people. Alright. Aaron apparently is having trouble. I'll have to go check on him after the next sprint then. 445 for Pirate Chick. 40 for Barbarossa. 72 for Mollusca from Inkflame Rider. Huh. Alright, I'll get back to this after the next sprint here. Oh wow, Happy's churning them out. Okay. And that's the sprint. How'd you guys do? I did pretty well, actually. I seem to have plugged back in here. Of course, this is about to change because I'm about to shift a chapter here. Not bad, 268. I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty good sprint for me. Don't forget to report in for the Game of Tomes. If you're doing that, select your appropriate channel point to reward and type her in. Save check for Moonflower. Thank you very much, Moonflower. Or shall I say Doomflower? The undead. I think that I need to turn off my Discord now. I had to announce the event, but it's going to go doo-doo if I keep that open, so I will not be doing that. All right, let's read back through the chat. So from the last round, 72 words for Mollusca from Inkflame, 198 brains for the Undead Horde from Dazzlecat. Awesome. Yes, second option. Sorry, still trying to figure out what's going on, said Pika. Okay, what did I say? Oh, you're talking about the Game of Tomes. Okay. It is RPG, right? Okay, Pika, I will put the link in the chat again for Game of Tomes so that you know it's basically a friendly competition, right? Although people are turning it into a bit of an RPG and they're having fun with it, so there's the website page. Mystic is here, good to see you. Oh, Hydrate, thank you. Hail, Hydrate, Dazzlecat. Imposter check from Barbarossa, thank you. Kajutan is here, good to see you. Danica says it isn't you? Okay. Uh-oh. Pirate says, I think it's more me. I got snow, and I live in the outskirts of town, so the connection can be really spotty at times. Okay, we're talking about the internet connection. I'm glad to hear it seems to be working fine here now. 295 for the Night King. The Night King is writing in the chat. Hi, baby. Yeah, 2 months actually is pretty quick to do 50 followers there, Barbarossa. It was faster than me. Danica's volume was just super high. Okay, fair enough. I have a cat hair in my mouth. That's fun. Daz says, I got an update on my uncle who had COVID. Doctor told him today he will remain in hospital for at least 2 to 3 more months because his lungs were so damaged. I am sorry to hear that. That is terrible. Wow, Kajutan. Sounds like shit's getting real. Kajutan is in Poland, by the way, for those of you who are following the chat. Says, I can't imagine that what is happening is true. Right-wing radicals joined the police in trying to quell the women's strike. Gas was used. It's pretty much what's going on in the United States, too. Or at least it was. Food acquired, now wrist, back, and arm stretches, says Eli, like an intelligent person. Edith is up to 28,705 for the month. That is awesome. I'm gonna quickly turn this to the downtime screen while I catch up in chat because I'm about to go to my first break. And when I do, I'm just gonna, for those of you who haven't been here before, the break timer also has a 15-minute sprint timer on it, and it will just keep running. I'm, gonna go refill my coffee and take a bio. When I come back, I won't interrupt the sprint screen or the break screen. I will just join in and keep writing. You'll know I'm back because you'll probably hear the keyboard. So I won't put it on the different screen. I'll do that after we're done so I don't restart the timer. Alright, I'm quickly catching up here. Yeah, I really hope your uncle, I'm glad he survived, and I hope that he recovers a lot more than he has been, and that they give him good quality of life therapy to help him out. Moonflower, or Doomflower, shall I say, says, I have made Coffee Quills proud, aka I got a coffee drink from Starbucks. Sweet, yes. I'm just cracking up at the joke I made now, says Doomflower. Yes, because she hates Starbucks. We were listening to that. She's like, and it's the only option around here. Or they do, rather. Coffee Quills is a they. So, yeah. Oh, another posture check. Thank you. And another hydrate. Good. And yes, save check, everybody. Save your work. Don't forget to save your work. Save it again. I have autosave on manuscripts, so I'm doing all right there. Excuse me. Dianica says, I'm sitting here wondering if the last line I wrote is a good place to end the chapter. You know, the one I already planned to remove from the story? I don't know. You'd have to be the judge of that. I'd have to know it to give you a sense of what I felt about it. Anyone else have the most trouble pushing out the last 2 to 3 K words of Nano than they do any time before or after those couple thousand? You know, where I get stuck is where I've been at, which is around 30K. I usually kind of, run into brick walls there, so. Dazzlecat, I did not realize this was your first Nano. I think you may have said that, but it slipped my mind, so. Kajutan, if I could answer your question, I would fix it. I don't know. I never have known. Oh, Ashes of Authority is here lurking while at work. Good to see you, Ashes. I hope you're well and your writing is going well. Yeah, there's an argument that we have that our instincts interfere with each other. Ho ho! Twinkle Toes the Berserker is raiding with the party! Welcome! Thank you for the raid! That is great. I better catch up on this chat here. I better catch up or head down and look at that first here. Pause through to scroll. There's the dingy thing. I like dingy things. And thank you, by the way, for the follow there, Twinkle Toes. I noticed that happened sometime since the last time I was on. So, I don't know if you did that for the brief time that Aaron managed to go live last night before everything went to crap, but I appreciate it. Alright. We're glad to see you. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to get into the discussion about philosophy in the chat just because I don't have time today, unfortunately. The people new to the channel will eventually find out that if I do have time, I will get into that because I enjoy that discussion, philosophy. Dad says when it comes to my pack instincts, I'm more like that fat, lazy rhino at the end of the original Jumanji Stampede. Oh my god. What I think is that we have contradictory instincts, I guess is what I'll get into for that. We have the pack bonding instinct, and then we have the, protect our territory against the other pack bonds instinct. And they compete, right? And we have difficulty expanding our sense of pack beyond, what would be in a primate band, right? So, which is why some people call that the monkey sphere. And if somebody's in our monkey sphere, then they're part of us. But if they're not in our monkey sphere, they're them, right? And it takes an effort of empathy and, sentient, or for Doomflower's benefit, sapient powers to, expand your idea beyond that, is what I think. You got to work at compassion. You got to work at it. And a lot of people just can't be bothered. They're like, you don't agree with me, I'm right, you're wrong. It's not the way to do life. 405 words for happy, for Lappin, 101 more brains for Daz, and let's see, 603 from the pirate chick, which is awesome. No house declared. I don't know if that was intentioned. I do tend to agree with Moonflower in that we don't tend to think about this often, but she says the only reason us humans have made it this far is because we're viciously social. Human instincts do say threat bad, destroy threat, but overall we're a very caring species that has the capability of empathy. Honestly, the thing that has made humans hateful is seeing other groups as a threat. This is true. The reason why the other animals do not screw with us is because we get together in bands and destroy them when they do, right? Tigers will teach their cubs not to eat humans because the human village will band together and go kill the tiger if you do, right? And so cooperation actually is a survival trait that is beneficial to us. It doesn't all have to be about kill and be killed. Masadi says, I am having the worst time concentrating. Oh my god, that was me the past few days. I finally am doing okay. Why can't it be writing time for my brain already? Right, you were talking about how you get going later in the day. Some people just write better at different times of day. It's all right. Yeah, exactly. I don't understand how rainbow flags are a threat either. Okay. Okay, I'm going to skip most of the rest of that. Yes, Dianica was trying to explain how things work there to the pirate chick. Yeah, okay, DM Stretch says, I spent years surveying alcohol's living. Trust me, the world is a harsh, nasty place. I spent years as a graveyard shift dispatcher and phone answering service person. I saw the same dreg level of humanity that you did. The rest of the world isn't necessarily like that. You know, it's hard to forget when you've been in it for that long, but they're really not. Alright, anyway, I've been into that long enough. Hello, enjoy the stream, you two. I'm long overdue for a lunch break, so I may lurk, but I'm gonna go get some food, says Twinkle Toes. Well, thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. I'm at least trying not to argue, says Dudeflower. Yeah, it's the sentient and sapient thing. And people are trying to welcome each other into their house. I know it was Dudeflower. I'm teasing you back now. Okay. I know. It's fine. Honestly, it's hilarious. Okay. Masadi says, trying to hit 50k today, so I need my brain to wake up enough to bang out 5k before 8 p.m. And yeah, I agree with my hubby. He says, I spent years as a psychopath. Trust me, the world is mostly good. Well, that's nice to know. Happy's just got to stop today. Burnt himself out yesterday. That's fair. Oh, Moonflower says, okay, just was not exactly clear on the is Sable teasing part. Yes, I'm totally teasing you on the, on the sapient, sentient thing now. I am. I'm totally teasing. Yeah, it's fine. It's good, actually. I appreciate being teased. This is how me and my friends and my household get on, so this works for me. 457 words more for Mollusca while I've been yapping. DM Stretch should start cooking. Natalia Books has arrived. The Varangian Guard is in the house. Another hydrate, thank you. Okay. Oh, and 75 Varangian words for House Lappin. Thank you very much, Natalia. Good to see you. Okay, I'm going to take my first break here now. Again, I'm going to put on like a break timer, but keep writing. It's intended to be used as a sprint timer as well. It also has the noises, and I will not interrupt it when I get back. I'll just start typing. Okay? I'll see you in a minute. And that's the end of the sprint. Let's go to the downtime screen for a minute. How'd you guys do? I didn't do very much. I got back a little late, so I'm just going to include these words that I got and do a better sprint after. I was setting up for the next chapter, so... So that's 21, though, that I did not have before, which is the point of the exercise. I return with the food to lurk, says Twinkle Toes. Welcome back. Dazzlecat turned in 93 brains for the horde. What did I say, 21? That's what I said, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Okay. Pirate Chick says 403, and I will find a house soon. Excellent. Well, okay. As much as... Okay, I'll make these arguments. Okay? As a pirate. Various birds are considered to be lucky among sailors. So there's that for Avis. Right? I, am the leader of House Lappin, and we're the Sable's privateers here, so, you're among your own kind, your friends here. And House Mollusca, well, I should think that a totemic association with cephalopods would be probably appropriate. So, totally your call. Time zone might play a factor too. Cresselia is in Malaysia, and Coffee Quills is in Japan time. So, yeah, try not to be the albatross hung from the neck. Yeah, legit. Yeah, Pirate Chick, you can add all your words together, and if you pick a house during the stream, you can report them all together. Yes, that's true. The rules say any words that you have done during a participating Game of Tones stream. Ideally, you should report them before we move on to the next stream, but all those words count, right? So yes, you can go back through the word counts you've already submitted in the stream, and then resubmit them under a channel point reward, and they will count towards that house. That is absolutely legit. Yeah. Askill 2, yeah. Am I right about that, Askill? Do I have that right? Okay, has joined my house. Awesome, welcome to the Warren. Right, and you've written 269 words, which is awesome. Food consumed, I will participate next sprint, says Twinkle Toes. Excellent. Okay, so I saw a lot of chat about, struggling with inability to concentrate, being tired, being unable to work. Guys, self-care, okay? Self-care is important. If you get to a certain point in your brain, you will not be able to write. This is what has happened to me over the past 3 days, and why I have struggled desperately for my word count. I was really tired. I wasn't getting any opportunity to sleep properly, and then I would go, oh, but, it's so close. The scores, I gotta go back to the word forge and, see if I can come up with something. Oh, thank you for the hydrate check. Hail, hydrate. Gadgetan says, you see that all words count, so here's 59 world building words for House Lappin. Yes, they do. DM Stretch has been working continually in World Anvil adventure designs since the start of the game, and it's all counted. So, yeah, absolutely. Basically, as long as it's related to fiction, right? So if it's prose or it's, you know, you're doing a poetry project, or, you know, you're doing world building for your story or world building. Yeah, that all counts. If you're writing a thesis on mealworms, probably it won't. You know, that's all I'm saying. A bunch of people are quitting for the day. I don't blame them. Yes, I was talking about self-care. You know, you need to rest sometime. This is a good time. You know, you're past that hump in the middle of the month. You know, take a break if you need to. Natalia is quitting for the day. Masadi's is lurking. Inkflame has done 2,500 ish words for the day and thinks that they are done as well. That's a good count. You owe nobody nothing. So you go ahead and take a break if you need to. And Natalia says, I only got 1705, but I know if I go on, I will write trash. I understand that too. I sometimes get there and then it just ends up being more confusing. Now here's one. Dianica says, I am stuck. I have had new file open for most of the time I've been in this stream. I can't even think of what I want to write about enough to get a temporary title for the file. I hear you. Okay, so you'd finished what you were previously working on and now you're starting something new, right? So is there something you can write that's related to what you were writing? Is there perhaps a supporting character that you could focus on as a protagonist in a new story? You know, what's their perspective on what's going on? What's going on behind the scenes that maybe you didn't spend a lot of time on in the previous work because you didn't really want to bog things down for the reader? There might be a source of inspiration. Yeah, DM Stretch has been busy today, and he says he's shattered and he's at 0 words. Well, you know, we all have those days. Eli was refreshing. Brighter fuel is also important. Gotta eat, gang. Natalia has updated her content list. Oh, just straightforward. Axial. But it's not an English word name, actually, so it doesn't have a set pronunciation. I believe in calling people what they want to be called, the way they want to be called it. That applies to names or genders. So, axial. Okay, I will remember that now. Thank you very much for that. I'll get it right. Can we call you Axe? I'll remember that. Definitely. Okay, Axe it is. Twinkletoe says, I've written 1,213 today and still have approximately 1,300 to go. Awesome. We'll do it. We can do this. Danica says, I just don't know where I want to take it next. I suck at time skipping, but I do not want to do a moment-by-moment, day-by-day thing, but I don't know how far to skip. Okay. Yeah, I figured DM Stretch would be in on calling them Axe because, of course, the symbol of the Varangian house is Axis. Yeah. Okay, I hear you about the time skipping, and this particular novel for me has been teaching me about time skipping because it happens over a course of several years. I hate time skipping too, but I really can't afford to bog down the story with all the day-to-day details. The reader would get bored, I would get bored, and it just doesn't work for me. So what you might want to try to do with the time skipping is kind of write yourself a bit of a summary about what happens in the meantime. You know, just kind of, okay, so, you know, this continued on in this vein for the next 3 months. You know, this character and that character get closer. This character and that character develop a rivalry. You know, make a couple notes on important locations. Put it all in brackets or a different color of font in your manuscript, right? And then count it towards your words, because it's nano and you're writing, and then move on to the next thing. You know, that would be my suggestion. DM Stretch says, be right back. Time to drag myself to the now preheated oven to put the chips in. That sounds tasty. I can really go for fish and chips today. I don't think we have any in the house, though. I have to think about this. Danica says, my MC is 6'2" at the moment. She needs to at least 6.5 at the moment. She needs to at least reach teenager, unless something big comes up before then by the end of the book. That might work. 6 years since creation, 2 since becoming a person. AI. Okay. Well, this is generally where I separate books into parts. Part 1, and then if I have to skip like 5 years, part 2 is where, the 5 year skip goes. But I do make a summary kind of in, my head or in a timeline to, keep track of what's going on, which is part of why I'm struggling with this right now, is because I meant to have my timeline in better order before I started this project for this month, but shit happened and it didn't. So that's what happened. Ooh, parts. I didn't think of that. Thank you. You're welcome. Awesome. I'm glad I was helpful. Twinkle Toes ate a fish curry with rice. It was tasty. Oh, now I want fish curry with rice, too. I hate you. I have a homemade chicken stew simmering in a crock pot, says Daz. You guys are making me hungry. You know what I had to eat today? Soup. Right? And it was like not even, it was like it was good, right? It was like a ginger, carrot, pumpkin soup and coconut, and it was really good, but it was just soup. And I'm hungry. Jealous. And then I'm not going to have an opportunity to eat for a while because I get a 2-hour break. And then at 6 to 8, I'm doing the Zoom call for the write-in for our local Okanagan Ribos. So, okay. Stir-fried chicken and rice. Oh, you people. Okay. Auburn Ferry. And thank you for redeeming the save check. Once again, save. We're going to start another sprint here. I got to get to work. I haven't talked all the time because I like people. Axe says, goodness, it's almost midnight here and y'all are making me hungry. I had a chicken noodle soup that tasted like soap and a pinch of French's onions and a pack of Gushers, so a bit more than you, but not much. I do have chips here. They're like these really, I like these are like sweet chili rice chips, but like I'm talking Canadian, North American style chips, crisps, right? But, I can't be going into the microphone while I'm streaming, right? So, yeah. I typed that. My hubby brought me an apple fritter. Way to go, hubby. She keeps you around for a reason. Good job. All right, let's get to work. Now roast beef and Havarti sugar. Now I'm salivating. I hate you all. I'm ignoring you. I'm getting back to work. Gods, that would kill for meat at the moment. Yes, me too. Okay, I'm gonna write. That's it. That was the end of that scene. That's the problem there. Now, on with the next chapter, during which I skip more time too. I think we'll advance the time a little bit here. Find my calendar. See, now, those of you who have never seen World Anvil before, this is one of my articles on World Anvil for the world in the universe that I'm currently writing. And this is one of the 2 calendars that I use to keep track of dates in this universe. So it's green moon. Okay. See a calendar keeping track of 2 separate moons on 2 different planets and their moon phases. There's a holiday up here. That's the kind of thing you can do with World Anvil. Alright, so green moon. No, I'm wrong. I need to wind it back. Excuse me. Thank you for the blessing there, Natalia. And Danica. And your excuse, says Barbarossa. You guys are hilarious. Thank you. I need to know what that system is called. It's not the map I need, though. I think the map I need is still linked to my Solstice Pact article. Okay. Well, I don't remember what that was, so here's the trick I use. Excuse me. That's the end of that sprint. Yep, not the greatest for me, but you keep plugging out the words and you get them. So that would be 164. I finished a huge coffee in an hour and 10 minutes, and now Doomflower is going to be bouncing off the walls, which should be fun. And I wrote 0 words while drinking it, says Moonflower. Having trouble jump-starting the brain right now? Twinkle Toes wrote 56 words of utter trash for House Mollusca, but you did do 56 words, so it counts. Good job. But I did work on my bullet journal, says Doomflower. That's cool. I don't get hyper from caffeine? ADD, right? Yep. Makes you concentrate. Should help. 188 brains for the Horde from Dazzlecat. And 365 carrots from Axe for House Lappin'. Awesome. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Yes. You might want to consider joining the Varangians, too. I don't know, right? Because DM Stretch says you get a free axe if you join his house. And right now they are in service to Lappin'. I don't know if that's going to stay true, but they do tend to be pretty loyal once they have given their service. So and the only reason why they've moved is because their house they were in service to was destroyed. Twice. Just saying. 394 carrots for Lappin' from the Pirate Chick. Thank you. Awesome. Oh, the birds are definitely not about to be ignored. 349, I guess we'll call them what? Seeds? Worms for House Avis? Oh, and we have more Undead Horde brains from Shy-Red Fox, although for her, Shy-Dead Fox is more of a ghost fox, so perhaps for her it is ectoplasm. So, that's pretty cool. Good work, gang. Any words are good words. Let's see what I missed in the chat that might be significant. Okay, more food that I'm ignoring, okay. Doomflower says, I'm not sure if I fell asleep or what, but I don't think I've been conscious for the past hour. You might have dozed out. That happens. Gods I would kill for meat at the moment, says Danica, which I guess is kind of old school. Well, that used to be where it came from. Still is, ultimately. More food. Kajitan asked me a very relevant question. Why do I write 2 dates at the beginning of each chapter? Is it just for me, or is it for the readers? It is actually for me and the readers, and it is because there are 2 cultures that have 2 different dates that they use to keep track of things in 2 different calendars. It's part of the culture shock of going from one culture to another for the protagonist. So in the first book, there's only 1 date, and it appears with the calendar that he's familiar with. In the second book, there starts to be 2 dates, the calendar he's familiar with, and then the calendar from the culture that he's integrating into. And then in the third book, which is this one, it flips. Because he's more integrated with the other culture, its date appears first, and then the original calendar that he is more familiar with appears second. It's in a way, it's important for me because it helps me to keep track of dates, but it's also a subtle way to cue that to the reader, that where the protagonist's brain is, where his mindset is. So, I hope that helps. Barbarossa says, Sable of Castle Aradia, Matron of House Lapis, Wearer of Ears and Tails, Defender of the Rabbit's Foot Rock. I like it. I also like Mother Bunny's Friend of Nerds, Eater of Pickles, first of her name. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad there are For the Words people to answer questions, because I know nothing about For the Words. That is the Dragon of Productivity saying that it demands more sacrifice of words and we should get back to the word forge. That said, I'm going to finish up a couple comments. Dianica says, I want to get my finish for Nano today so I can start exploring World Anvil. Awesome. Yeah, I don't think you'll be sorry. I love it. Posture check after sprint. I don't remember if I did it already, so. Pirate Chick's officially in part 3 of her story. Yay! I agree. That's awesome. Useful information from Kadjatan. Dan Stretch's homeworld page is easier to read now because he's been tinkering with the CSS instead of doing productive stuff. I'm teasing you. Yep, ADHD, caffeine makes you more focused. I have a story about that I'll tell after the sprint. More focused juice myself from Twinkle Toes, so. Oh, did we have a bot? Thank you for killing the bot, DM Stretch. Awesome. Thank you also for banning. Okay. Let the river of words flow. Very zen. that's the sprint. Alright, where was I? There is where I was. Not bad. I hear Daz telling me often that she struggles with dialogue, but she ends up doing it a lot more than she ends up doing other things. Me, dialogue is a great way for me to pour out word count. So that's what I was doing. 291 is a pretty damn good sprint for me. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, well, that makes me happy. Excellent. Dianica says, thanks again, Sable. Just thinking of doing parts. Let me skip ahead. Even in this first part, you jump-started my brain. Excellent. I'm really pleased that I was able to help with that. Yeah, I hate skipping time, too, and that's the only way in which it makes sense to me to do it. So we have 341 fish for Mollusca from Dianica. We have 207 brains from Dazzlecorpse for the Undead Horde. We have 341 carrots for Lapin from the Pirate Chick. We have 285 more carrots for Lapin from Axe. That's awesome. Twinkle Toes says, I was totally distracted. My focus juice hasn't kicked in yet. Hopefully it does before I need to go do a Zoom here after the next sprint. Yeah, I've got to do a Zoom tonight too. I have the local Okanagan Rimo weekly Zoom call tonight. So I have spent a lot of time writing in front of computer screens today. You know, and trying to, you know, lead the charge. I don't know how lively I'm going to be at this Zoom call, I'm going to be honest. I hope I'll be okay. I'm going to do some artwork, says Natalia. Sometimes that's good to refresh the brain. Daz says, I'm getting a bit better with dialogue with all this practice, but I think I tend to overthink my dialogues. Probably you do. What is this extension? Oh, there's a new version of Zoom available. When did they do that? Because have they done it since like the week before last? Oh, Twinkle Toes. Oh, that's Twitch. Why did it say it was from you? That's bizarre. Sable, sit on a tack. That'll keep you lively. Yeah, it might. It's hilarious. I find myself not trusting that. There's a thing that... Oh, okay. There's a thing that pops up so we can remind you to update the thing. Okay. We have 424 feathers for House Avis from Eli. Good job. You copy-pasted it. Okay. Oh, Twinkle Toes is zooming for California elsewhere. Way to go, ML Pride. Awesome. That's great. Good job. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing that through our local library and... you know, trying to make up for the lack of physical write-ins this year. But they haven't been, you know, hugely... It's probably the new prediction thing was for Kahuna. ML Pride, heck yeah. Absolutely. Okay, thank you for letting me know, and I will indeed check it out afterwards. I'll copy that. I've also got to share some information between a couple of different people. Did I put it in this one? When this is all done. I don't remember what scene I put it in. I might as well put it all together so I can work with it at the same time. That's the one. Okay. Now it's there. The Dragon of Productivity demands more sacrifice. Alright. Okay, an author goddess is here. I'm sorry, I didn't see you come in. She says, I'm watching a reaction video to this gal watching the Blues Brothers. She starts out with, is this post-apocalyptic? My response, no, it's Detroit. All right. All right, back to my scene. No, I was on this chapter. I think I'm going to calculate the word count here for now so I can switch sections a little bit more easily. Alright, 117 for that, and probably I'm going to get absolutely nothing else fucking done for the rest of the sprint because I'm going to be busy thinking about how to begin the next scene here. But we'll use that for now. Well, good luck to you, Twinkle Toes, on your Zoom call there. If your focus juice isn't working very well, you can always keep them busy with prompts. That's just my suggestion. Have fun. Hopefully it'll work better when you have the local Rymos to talk to. And we'll see you soon. And that is the end of the sprint. Did better than I thought, actually, for shifting scenes. Which makes me happy. 101, good for me. Howdy, Aegon. Good to see you. Catch you next time, Twinkle Toes. Thank you for coming. And good luck with your write-in. I better turn in my words here. By the way, congratulate Aegon. Aegon has recently been admitted into the Inner Sanctum at World Anvil. So, definitely a promotion, which is awesome. Did I miss anything important? Yes, I did. I missed 935 fish from Edith for Mollusca. That's what I missed. Wow. Good job. $242 more fish for Mollusca from Dianica. Excellent. 153 carrots for Lappin from the pirate chick. Or for her, it might be booty coins. Because, you know, she's a pirate. So, right? 132 more brains from Dazzler Corpse. That's awesome. It was over a few, probably. Yeah, you got in the zone, started writing, and I muted you to get into a focus, alas. Well, hey, that's totally cool. I encourage people to do that. If I am distracting, and if the noise is distracting, then don't listen to me. I don't mind being on mute. Go ahead, write, and come back when you're ready to report your points, and we're all good. It's totally fine. This is supposed to be helpful. If it's not helpful, don't use it. You know? No problem. I appreciate the company regardless. I think only your keyboard gets distracting sometimes. You pound those keys. Yeah, this one is louder than even the last one. I'll show you. I got like a new keyboard because the old one was like violent. And it's true that I do type pretty hard because I learned to type on a typewriter. So I'm going to hit the Z button a lot, says Natalia. Yeah, so, but part of it is also that I have it on this piece of wood, which is basically an old cutting board, and it kind of leans at an angle on my monitor, which is where my webcam is situated, right, so that I can get a little bit more of a ledge over my desk, and so that it, I wonder if I put something underneath it, would it make as much noise? Let's see, because I don't want to irritate anybody, you know. But the clickety-clack is inspiring? Well, okay. I'll take votes. Who likes it, who dislikes it, because I can always try to smooth it down a bit. Good night, Natalia. Thank you very much for writing with us. You've done awesome today. Sleep well. Should get one of the sticky foam pads to put on the back of the wood board. Yeah, that's a good idea. Not a bad plan at all, actually. I wonder if I might have had something like that at some point. Think I can find it now? No. Of course not. I'll tell you what I could do, though, is I have this little... It's a cup cozy. Maybe if I put it underneath, it will be... Let's try it. Is that less loud? Alright, gang, this is going to be our last sprint of this stream. So, Let's try to make her count. And after that, we will find someone to raid. I think we might raid Kahuna tonight. I'm not sure. Let me know. Oh, and that's the sprint. Alright. Alright, so make sure you get in your word counts. If you've been listening, you know, just on mute or whatever, now is the time. I'll put that in the chat so that people who have done that will know. And another 168 words for me. That is pretty good. Huh. Looks like I've got a total of 1,255 words for the stream. That is not anything to complain about. Oh, it's not Kahuna, it's Masadi's on the schedule, says DM Stretch, who was smart enough and kind enough to highlight the message for me. Excellent. That's very helpful. Thank you. We'll go to the downtime screen now. It's gotten dark while I've been doing this stuff here. All right. Yeah, to DM Stretch said from Natalia Books, every dream can be a story, so all you got to do is keep on dreaming. I think that's wise for everyone. Wow, 100. Oh, yes, I was going to highlight my message and make sure people... There, and that way nobody can miss it, at least theoretically. Yeah, 556 birds. Burbs. It's burbs, apparently. For House Avis from Eli. Awesome work. Awesome work. Edith says, I kind of want to learn how to play the accordion. Yeah, me too. Seriously, I seriously do. Alas, I can blame Breath of the Wild for that. I love you, Cass. Accordions are cool. I just like the sound of them, and I blame sea shanties. So, you know. Danica says, yay, husband is going to go get me meat, a burger. That sounds like a good plan. Maybe I can talk my hubby into going to do that, but probably not, because we'll have to see. Moobot is trying to let people know that I am raising money for National Novel Writing Month this month. You can donate at streamlabscharity.com. Money goes directly to NaNoWriMo that way. Or if you guys decide to throw bits, then I will donate all my bits to NaNoWriMo this month because I want to help them out. So, the Night King did 82 words for the Undead Horde. Excellent, or shall I say 82 brains. Danica did 233 fish for Mollusca. Excellent. We have another 251 fish for Mollusca from Edith. 507 carrots from the Pirate Chick. I think I like you on my team. You do good word counts. You might have to be part of the Ausla. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Alas, learning how to write a will makes the writing slower, says Edith. Yeah, research will slow down your writing. Looking up calendars does that too. Oh, thank you, Dianica, for the cheer. Right on. Okay, I'll make sure that gets to NaNoWriMo. You betcha. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. Wow, things are... Another 675 for Avis? I think. Did I already cover that? There it goes. It's finally dinging. It's dinging twice recently, and I don't know why. I keep looking over at my thing to see if everything's frozen, and it rarely is. But thank you very much, Dianica. That is really appreciated. Awesome. Yeah. 478 words for Amina Remo. I saw your thing, and I don't think I got a chance to comment on it. Welcome back. Moving is awful, and No, House Mollusca is still standing. There are the burbs, the bunnies, and the fish now. That's it. Right? And it's anybody's game. It's a really close score. The elimination stream is still available to be watched on the channel here if you would like to see. Or I'm putting them all up on my YouTube channel. Right? So search Sable Aradia on YouTube and you will find it. Because I think they're fun and it's important to archive them. And yes, save check from Eli. Everybody save your work. If your work doesn't autosave, save it now. Okay. Dianica says, you're welcome. I have no clue where they came from, but I double checked even though I knew I had none and I had some. Oh, that's nice. I like it when that happens. Magical free bits. Nah, that was the second one. Eli was slow with words from before this last one. Okay, cool. That's great. Yeah, whoa, that is close. It is anybody's game. And last I checked our stats yesterday, assuming that my arithmetic is correct, we have what was it? It was no, yeah. I think we had like 1 million and yep, 1,270,703 words cumulatively so far. So we chewed out like 200,000 words in 3 days, guys. Way to go. That is awesome. 142 more brains for the horde from Dazzlecat. Amino Remo will have to do a lot more writing between now and Friday. That is a lot of words. That is a lot of words. Alright, yes, Friday is the next elimination stream. Cutoff for Game of Tomes word counts are Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern time, and midnight GMT. Yeah, legit, Eli. Even if you have autosave, you don't always know when the last autosave was. I always save, even with autosave. Fair enough. Yeah, so that is when the cutoff is for the third elimination period, and then that night, 10 p.m. Pacific time, like 1 a.m. Eastern, and I think it's 6 in the morning GMT, we will be eliminating the next house. And then there will be 2. The Battle Royale. So, I am very excited to see what's going to happen. I'm a lot nervous. There's not much separating any of the houses. And we'll see. We'll see whether or not super performance or slow and steady wins the race. I can't wait to find out which it is. It's going to be really interesting. So, yes, I agree with you completely, Dan Stretch. Another reason I love World Anvil autosaves every 0.9 of a second. Yep, every time you stop typing for just a fraction of a second, World Anvil saves in manuscripts. It backs it up on 8 different servers around the world. You're never going to lose it. I love it. Edith says, currently attempting to murderize a monster, so need to focus still. Have a good day. But back to quietly lurking. That's alright, we're about to raid Masadi's. I think at this time of night, Masadi's is probably doing a sprint lobby. I will double check. So you'll have plenty of chance to focus, right? Thankfully, I've gotten back on the horse at this point, so hopefully those 13k words I've written since Monday will keep Mollusca afloat. Well, they certainly won't bloody hurt, will they? You're all kicking butt out there, guys, and you should be really proud of yourselves. Okay, so where are we at? We're just ending up here. it's the Masadi's report lobby. Is Mark Carroll live? I should shout them out too. Just a second here. I'm going to double check. Because they're scheduled, but they haven't been on in a while. No, I'm not seeing them. Okay. Also, if you're part of the Twitch Writers Network, Itanchi is live right now. And Satoru is live right now. And Osthaze is live. So these are all different places you can check out. But we're going to go raid Masadi's and her report lobby so you can keep participating in the Game of Tomes if you would like to. Yeah, take care, Edith, says Eli. Dianica says, my 6-year-old main character is about to learn to start fires. Uh-oh. So next scene after this, when she's practicing at home, might be fun. Evil Grin, no. My like 7-year-old, when I was sleeping after working split shifts, went into the storage cupboard and managed to find like one book of matches in the very bottom of everything in a backpack we literally hadn't used in 2 years, and took it out and started having a campfire in his room, and I woke up because it was too quiet and I smelled smoke. Yeah, I may not read that scene. Oof, yeah, it was not a good day. We had a very long and heated, I'll say, well, one-sided heated conversation, but Eli says 700 words to get my next 10K. Good luck. That's great. Well, you know what? I'm going to put in my words here before we quit, just because maybe I like magically went over the 40K, and wouldn't it be cool if you guys could celebrate that with me? So I've got 1,255. Did I do it? Ooh, looks like I probably did. I was reading at home in my PC at 1 p.m. Come on, 0. What the hell is happening there? Why is there no 0? There we go. I didn't push it hard enough. I was trying to be too gentle because people tell me I keep pounding the keys. That's what happened. Okay. Booyah! Booyah! I did it! Thank you! Applause, please! No, okay, I'm kidding, but yeah, I'm really happy about that. Almost 41K. Well, I knew this was going to be a productive day. Look at that! I'm liking that look. I thought there was badges. I want the stinking badges! Maybe I have to refresh the page. Oh well. There we go. Badges! Yeah! I hope that the rest of you were as productive, or, you know, you found help and at least enjoyed yourselves. Uh-oh. What the hell happened there? What the hell happened there? What happened there? That's my main screen. I'm confused now. It looked like it just had the background for Sable's World Forge. I'll check that again. Just a second. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's all it has. Ha! No capture. Alright. Cannot believe that it did not capture that. My God. That's ridiculous! Okay. There. 40,969. I've done almost 3,500 words today. And there's my badge. Okay. Now. Sorry about that. Alright. Dianica says, my 5-year-old tried to stick his hand into my multi-wick candle the other day. Heated. Snicker. Yikes. Thank you for the congrats, guys. Lots of hype. I appreciate that. DM Stretch is laughing at me. He said, look at that, but we can't. Yep. Dianica has a pyro. Yeah. Yeah, you have to select the window again. Yeah. Especially if last time it was used, it was showing something different. Yeah, I think it was using a different browser, so. Okay, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. We're going to raid Masadi's. So, and thank you to all the people who came here from the NaNoWriMo stream today. If you are new to Twitch, there is a huge writing community here, and I would check out the recommended channels in each of the different writers if you're going to follow the raid along, because then you'll learn about more of them and pick them up on the way. Or you can also check out the Twitch Writers Network, which is a good place to connect with other writers. There's the things you want to look for are For the Words as a streaming category, because that's a writing game. Writers, which actually is a terrible game, but nobody uses that for the game. They use it for writing, generally. Writer's Block, there's another one, right? Or Let's Do the Writing Thing, something like that, I think it was. Different tags you can look, or categories you can look for. Also, there's a writing tag on Twitter. You can search, or Twitch rather, you can search that, and you'll find other writing streams. But we're going to go visit one. So our raid call is usually prepare to be boarded, because we are the Sable's privateers. But if you are playing the Game of Tomes, then feel free to cry something to relate to your house or your house motto, or for the tome. Yep. DM Stretch says, because I write for RPGs, I've taken to using the D&D category. Is that more effective than tabletop games, I wonder? Because that's what I tend to use. So when I'm streaming gaming content. Alright, I've really enjoyed writing with you today, guys. Have a great rest of your day or evening wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you again on Friday. Alright. And, we're doing writing. Don't forget, Write with Aaron tonight, 10 p.m. Pacific. He does writing stream for 2 hours, and you can write with the Night King. All right.